If only there was a way to immortalise football's greatest games, goals and moments with some incredible artwork for that blank space in your wall. We've partnered with the Goal Hanger to help you do just that. Choose from one of our own picks like the 2005 Champions League final in Istanbul, or the 2000 European Championship final, or request your own favourite goal of all time. Discover more and order your prints from just £30. Just head to the relevant link in the podcast description. From the pages of the Blizzard, the Football Quarterly, a look through the archives so we bring you some of our favourite articles to have appeared in the magazine since we first began in 2011. In episode 132 we feature The Lord of Misrule by Emile Avanessian, first published in the Squall Red in August 2020. No defender has scored more often in La Liga than Sergio Ramos. He has scored penalties, many of them Panenka's. He has scored in 2 Champions League finals. He got 2 in 4 minutes as Madrid cathartically hammered Pep Guardiola's Bayern Munich in the 2014 Champions League semi-final. As a captain and as a player who scores at vital times, he's one of the greatest legends of Real Madrid. And yet, he's just as well known for his disciplinary record. Ramos is not only the most cautioned player in the history of Real Madrid, La Liga, the Champions League and the Spanish national team, but the leader in bookings across all major European leagues over the years spanning his career. Most notable is the groundbreaking work he's done in the field of the sending off, accumulating a spectacularly diverse catalogue of 26 red cards. He holds the record tallies for Real Madrid and La Liga, as well as the shared record for the Champions League. Despite a staggering 170 appearances and 24 bookings with the Spanish national team, Ramos has only ever been sent off while in a Madrid shirt. These are often star-studded affairs, as he's walked for fouls against the former Atletico Madrid strikers Sergio Aguero and Fernando Torres, as well as La Liga notables Ivan de la Peña, Aritz Adurez and Javi Prieto. He's seen red for infractions involving a pair of international teammates, Torres and Sergio Busquets. He's been sent off for fouls against each member of Barcelona's MSN, including twice for fouls against Lionel Messi, with whom Ramos remains engaged in a dozen-year, and counting, battle. One could convincingly argue, however, that the first of these shouldn't have even happened. In November 2010 at the Camp Nou, Madrid's first Clásico with Jose Mourinho at the helm, Ramos could have easily seen red in the 73rd minute for a brutal foul on another international teammate, David Villa, with Madrid trailing 4-0. 20 minutes later, seeking somehow to rain on the parade of Barcelona's 5-0 win, Ramos cynically chops down Messi from behind, earning Madrid's 9th yellow card of the night and his first Clásico expulsion. Not reflected in the official record, but worth noting, are the shoves to faces of another pair of international teammates, Carlos Puyol and Xavi, on his way off the pitch. The incident is Ramos' second red card of the week, after first attempting to game the disciplinary system by intentionally earning a second yellow card for time wasting in the Champions League, in order to serve his one-match ban in a meaningless group game, rather than in the knockout rounds. 8 times his actions have been deemed worthy of immediate expulsion via straight red. He's been ordered off at least once in each month except June and July, including the Novembers of 6 different years. In his first season in Madrid in 2005-2006, he saw red 4 times, including in his second league game, a professional shoulder into the chest of De La Peña, and via straight red in his home Champions League debut 10 days later. There are 4 calendar years in which he's been sent off at least 3 times. He's been issued marching orders twice against crosstown rivals Atletico Madrid and 5 times against Barcelona. This affinity for the red card clearly stems from something within the man himself. However, it's no doubt been reinforced by a preternatural gift for dodging repercussions. Consider, just 2 of his first 24 sendings off, Clásicos in March 2014 and April 2017, preceded a post-red deterioration in Madrid's position in the game. Even these lost battles didn't sting for long, as 2014's La Decima cured all ills, while Madrid won their final 6 league games and the title in 2016-17. Conversely, on 6 occasions the efforts of Zidane, Raul Bravo, Julio Baptista, Robinho, Gonzalo Higuain, Pepe and Cristiano Ronaldo have actually powered Madrid to better results. Not much cause for remorse or self-evaluation. Most impressive is his restraint in the aftermath of that initial Clásico sending off, as he accumulated just 2 yellow cards across 8 Clásicos in 14 months, including that Super Copa contest involving Mourinho and Tito Villanova's eye, an incredible 4 League, Copa del Rey, 2-legged Champions League semi-finals, coming in 17 days in the spring of 2011. The rivalry awash in animosity born of shared contempt and forced confinement, and young Sergio, despite his own disdain for the Blaugrana, a general enthusiasm for the dark arts and Mourinho granting all the latitude he could desire, remained above the fray. On the 25th of January 2012, amid Madrid's historic 100-point league-winning campaign, however, it's back to work. In the dying minutes of a Copa del Rey quarter-final in which Barcelona hold a 4-2 aggregate lead, and the away goals advantage, Ramos, already in the book for dissent, vents some frustration with an elbow at Sergio Busquets' head, offers a derisive handshake to the official and, with a now familiar incredulous smile, makes for the door. His second Clásico sending off is the 10th of his career, matching the Real Madrid record, held at the time by Fernando Hierro, in 264 fewer games with the club. Elsewhere among his greatest hits is a performance that's, shockingly, thus far one of a kind. In February 2013, a 12th minute header gives Madrid an early 2-0 lead against Rayo Vallecano. 5 minutes later he's booked for a foul. Less than 1 minute later, he's leaving the pitch, having been booked again for handball. The red card is, admittedly harsh, but cosmically forgivable, as it delivers the first goal-plus red performance of Ramos's career. That it's the result of 2 separate infractions in a 1-minute span makes it all the better. That all 3 events unfolded in 7 minutes within 20 minutes of kick-off is perfection. It's tempting to look at the body of work and imply a lack of emotional control, the red mist. It's true that few players are as fiery. Also true is that the striker that joined the Sevilla Academy at age 10 forever lies within him, frequently flouting positional discipline. And yet, on close examination, what's remarkable about the incident for which Ramos has seen red is just how often he seems fully cognizant of what he's doing. By and large, Sergio Ramos just doesn't do red mist. Some infractions are judged more harshly than expected, but there aren't a great many accidents. He's often incredulous, never apologetic and seldom truly out of control. Whether strategic, professional or the venting of some frustration, it's tough to ignore the sense that he is aware of how things will, or very well could, go down, and has made peace with the penance of an early shower, absence from the game, and an extra weekend, or midweek evening, at home. For better and for worse, the blueprint for the Sergio Ramos that's loved by many, hated by more, and boring to none, was essentially in place from the very beginning. He so effectively converted from attack to defence that he warranted not only call-ups from both Sevilla's senior side and the national team, but also, at the time, the largest ever fee for a Spanish defender. He left his boyhood club a pariah, pulled on the shirt that once belonged to a Bernabeu legend, and slid comfortably into the sport's most searing spotlight, all as a teenager. On arrival, he understood that adulation from Madristas comes not through humble genuflection, but through amplification and imposition. It's the innate knowledge that, at the Bernabeu, respect is neither given nor earned, it's taken. Now 34, a decade and a half and 13 managerial tenures in, Ramos, club captain, talisman, and the sport's most compelling character, is no longer as his best as a player. His swashbuckling more often resembling recklessness. At the same time, he remains as ever, manically self-assured, endlessly entertaining, infuriatingly smug, and arguably as important to Real Madrid as he's ever been. If you enjoyed this, then make sure you subscribe and give us a rating on your podcast platform of choice. Also follow us on Twitter at Blizzard. That's at BLZZRD. That's the best place to keep up to date with all things Blizzard between each issue. Thanks for listening, and farewell. Issue 4 of the Squall is available to read online now. Themed red, and still providing additional support to football's freelance community, this edition features an exclusive interview with Ruben de la Red, an analysis of Sergio Ramos and the artistry behind a red card, and the Premier League's history is traced by some of its most notorious moments. To read all of this and more for just a recommended £3, head to the relevant link in the podcast description.